Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Well, I thought today we would do something a little bit different. This is one of my altered books that I've been doing mixed media in. And so I've done some stuff in here already, but there's a lot left to do. I'll just give you a little sneak peek of some finished pages here. So here's one page I did. So I'm kind of going for this travel kind of journey theme. Was kind of inspired by a little magazine series that I had seen in I don't know what the magazine was. So here's some of the finished pages. And I have some that aren't done because sometimes when I have leftover paint, I'll just smush it in or start creating some backgrounds. Here's another page that's all finished. Some of them, they're all very different. Sometimes it's kind of based off of what I'm feeling like, different things. Here's another page. The little pocket. I haven't made anything for the pocket yet, so we'll see how that's gonna go, but this is where it's gone so far. And yeah, there's a bunch left in here. And so I thought we would go ahead and work on close to the beginning. So this originally was going to be a different type of book, and I didn't like what it did. So I ripped off a bunch of stuff and repainted this. I don't know what I'm going to do in the inside cover yet. So we're going to go on this page here. And this is an altered book. I've already prepped it for what it needs. It's New Journey. This was originally called The Prince of Foxes. I can't tell you much more about it because I have already glued pages together to make them sturdier, torn pages out to cut down in the bulk so that hopefully it'll still kind of mostly close. So what I need to do is, because this is kind of toward the beginning, I had grabbed a little book here to prop up under the front cover like that. And then there's kind of a gap here too. So I have another little book that I'm just gonna tuck in here on this page. So I'm kind of mostly working with the flat surface here. What I decided I'm gonna try and do here is do some map page background. So what I do for my mixed media, and everybody's different, and I don't think there's any specific right or wrong way to do it. This is what I do. Self-taught for the most part, watching other people's YouTubes, things like that. So I'm gonna need a paintbrush to start gluing some stuff down. I should have grabbed, there it is. So I just have an old junky paintbrush that I use for this. And I'm going to be using some Mod Podge. I just have it in a smaller container because I buy a lot at a time. And I'm going to put down some map page. So I've already pulled out some papers from an old atlas. And I want to get lots of the blue and oceany stuff. So I'm just going to kind of start tearing some things up. So I think that's probably enough there. So I hope you're having a great day. I'm just going to get to this and we'll have a little chat while I'm working on it. So hope you don't mind the sound of tearing paper because that is what is happening today. So I'm just going to tear off this white edge. I don't know for sure how much I'm going to need of this yet, so let's see. I'm not really bothered by tearing paper anymore. So here we go. I'm just kind of randomly tearing in chunks and bits so that I have enough to cover my background. This is a little bit glossier, so we'll see how it goes. I wanted some, there we go. I definitely want to get Europe in here. So what I do is I kind of build up from the background. Some people call it underpants, put their underpants on, because you always got to start with from the beginning. So get those kind of prepped there. A few more little bits and pieces so we can make sure we cover everything. I want some more ocean and kind of where there might be beaches and whatnot. I was going to start my video a little sooner this morning, but my little guy came down and found me. He at least slipped his jammies on before he went outside, which is kind of cute. My little work studio is in a separate building from our house, and he knows generally when I'm not in the house, that's where I am. So when he woke up this morning, he had his little teddy bear, put his little shoes on, and said he didn't need a coat because he was just running down here. So I told him that I'm going to have to make sure that he's got a sweatshirt that he can grab or something before going outside when it's chilly. At least when there's snow on the ground, he's not as apt to want to run outside. So it is what it is. Okay, so I've just got some Mod Podge here. Mod Podge. And I'm going to just start laying down some of that glue and popping down these pieces. Give them a coat on top and bottom. And I'm not going to really worry too much about direction or placement yet, because this is going to be the background. So we're going to build up from the back to the front, or from the underneath. Not really worried about how things look yet, because we're going to build on top of this foundation. Put some part of Havana over here. So, yep, we just keep on keeping on. And let's see, let's put you over here. Of course, and then I do that, I'll prep a spot and then realize that's not where I want it to go. But that's okay. We'll just work with it. Yeah, I'm gonna start kind of going some different directions too. Quite often when I'm doing this, I don't necessarily have like a specific end goal for what I want it to look like. I just kind of go with how I'm feeling, what the paper's telling me, what the book feels like. I know that might sound a little bit weird to have the book tell me what it wants, but everybody has their own process, and that's mine. I'm going to throw a scrap under here so I don't stick to the cover. That is good. All right. So we're going to give that a little bit of time to kind of dry while we figure out what we want to do for our next layer. And I think I'm just going to get some acrylic paint and go from there. So we have some matte bits we can throw into our scrap bin. Do a little quick cleanup here. My scrap bin is not close to hand, so I guess I'll have a pile. Put these over here. All right. Let's see. Paint. Paint, paint, paint. I'm going to use some acrylics. These are, yes. Excuse me. Okay, I've got my acrylics out, or I'm getting them out. And what color do we want to use? And I'll show you what I'm using. I'm just using this little palette of paints from Artist Loft, which is a brand at Michael's. I got a really good deal on a sale there. This little palette was like $2.50 or something like that. So can't go wrong. And since I'm using it for this kind of stuff, it doesn't have to be top tier anything. So, and I like the little tubes. I like the consistency of the paint. It's really great. I like them a lot for the price point. So let's see. So it's mostly dry. It's a little tacky yet. I could hit it with a heat gun, but I'm always worried about what I might have used on some of my other pages, so that's usually not necessarily the best bet. It's dry enough there. That's not sticking. Okay. This might be too thick to be sitting here. It wants to slide out, so I think I need to find something a little different to put in here. I'm just looking for another book or something I can tuck in here that's a little smaller. Maybe one of my other little cookbooks. Let's see, what do we have that we can do a little tuck? Yes, this cookbook might work better. And then we can just pull some pages out or open it differently. Let's see how much we need here. So old cookbook, not really used much anymore. Okay, that works. There we go. I use my old cookbooks and stuff like that when I'm doing just about anything, because they take stains and dyes really well. They also make fun book pages, backgrounds, all kinds of stuff. So here we go. We're gonna start laying down some color. So we're kind of going for beachy themes and stuff. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of do some little blob and spread. Not really sure what we're doing yet. So some light yellow, or what color is this? Yellow ochre. Maybe a little burnt sienna down here. Let's see, how about some blue, a little bit of blue. Maybe a little blue up here. Most of the time when I'm doing my mixed media, I'm just playing around. I'm having a little fun, enjoying my process. Let's do a couple little blobs of green here and there. Just a little bit of green down in here. And we just kind of see what happens sometimes. It's kind of a journey. So this is just a spreader for paint. So this is what we're doing. I'm just adding some color. If we like it, we can always paint over stuff. That's the beauty. Okay. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. We'll see. I don't hate it. Can't get in that crease very well, so let's grab a little palette knife. Make sure we got this smooshed down in some places. Get some in the inside here. Let's see, I have it. Let's do a little bit more blue. Since we're kind of pulling it downward, let's put a little blue up here. And we're just kind of building some stuff. Oop, that was a blob. That was a blobby blob. Okay. You have to be careful of that one. Okay. I'll lift this page up and slide that down. There we go. There. Okay. I'm gonna have to do the old finger trick here. There we go. It's the best way to get in there. And actually, I wasn't planning on getting super painty today, but I guess this is the life we live. So here we go. I tend to get a little messy when I'm doing mixed media. Okay, because I like that more soft, smooth. And it's just acrylic paint, and I'm washable. So we're gonna have to find a focal point. I didn't really think about that earlier, to go for this kind of beach travel kind of a thing. And I know, right, we covered up all that beautiful map. But I think, let's see, I'm gonna take a little bit of, because this is a little darker than I wanted. I want to soften it a little bit. So I'm going to take some wet wipes. And one, clean off my fingers before I touch something I shouldn't. And then, let's see. Just, oh, yep, perfect. We're going to just wipe a little off. So we've got the color kind of where, see, oh, yep, that's what I wanted. That's good. We like that. Look at that. That's pretty. You know what? We're going to now maybe wipe it the other direction. Since, let's see, we'll do downward up here. Oh, yep. Wipe that a little this way. Because this isn't dry yet, so wipe this down. Oh, yeah. Yep. I like where we're going here. I like this journey we're on. And sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to experiment. Take a chance. Yes. Okay. And now I'm going to turn this and go the opposite direction. Give it a spin here because I want to be able to have lines more like this across here. Let's see if we're still wet enough for that to happen. there. Okay, nice. And say, Nancy, why did you put all that down if you're going to wipe it off? Well, because I still have all those colors. Oop, fingerprints. Boop, boop, boop. That didn't work. Okay. There we go. Because I kind of wanted water, land going this way, and maybe make this kind of like it's raining. I don't know. We'll see. Wipe in the wrong direction. I want to go this way, this way, this way, this way. Okay, I really do like how this is going here. All right, one more wipe on my fingers. Little things like that can kind of change things. Maybe we'll go in with some paint pens or markers. I don't know what I'm going to do with a focal point yet. So, and focal point. What is a focal point? A focal point is something that's the main focus, where that supports the background, or the background supports the main focal point. The main thing you want to look at on your page. Just wiping off some of my tools here. So I like these spreaders for a lot of things. But if they get too gunked up, then they don't work as well. So especially that edge. Baby wipes are amazing, especially if you don't have like running water close to hand. Okay, that's done. Let's turn you back this away. Like so. Okay. Now we need to do a little highlighting of what we have happening here. So let's get a little black paint and maybe some dark brown. Whoop. Putting stuff over here in my piles of things. So some brown, dark brown. Okay, probably didn't need that much, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to take my palette knife and start adding a few things, kind of laying down a skyline a little bit. And just kind of use whatever you want to do this stuff, whatever you feel like. And it doesn't have to be a thing. It doesn't have to look like a thing or be a thing when you're doing mixed media. When you're doing any kind of art, it can just be what it wants to be. Whatever makes you happy. So, I like this, what's happening here. I make like a little mountainy kind of situation. I don't know. I'm just kind of, oh, it kind of looks like a stick pile, maybe. I don't know. All right. Just kind of making it happen here. Kind of want it to be abstract, but kind of like a thing, if that makes sense. All right, let's do, make sure you can still see what I'm doing here. Yes, okay. And I think since this is kind of, this whole kind of book, I kind of wanted to feel like it was kind of like a journey, an exploration, maybe the impressions of things that somebody was seeing as they were traveling, or maybe the things they hope to see or feel. And I'm just kind of emphasizing things that I like a little bit. Still thinking about what we want to do for our focal point, because I still am not sure what to do for that. I feel like this is about done with the brown here. This is kind of a big line crossing over here. Let's break that up a little bit. Ooh, ooh, I like that. Maybe a little something here. I might have to look through my like stash of magazine images to see what might work with this. Okay. And let's do a little bit of this, because we can come in with some other stuff later too. Do some uppy downies. Uppy downies. In other words, maybe some spots for some little trees or bushes or something. I don't know. Uppy downies. Let's put something over here. Doop, doop, doop. Just making some little abstract lines. Okay, this is all a bit of a hot mess over here, but that's fine. Hot messes can be beautiful, right? Okay, I think that's good for the brown. I need to stop before I make it a mess. Now, how about some clouds? Maybe put some darker clouds. Let's do a little plop of white here. Some white, maybe a little blue. Do we want it to be a sunny situation or a rainy situation? Kind of reminds me of a rainy situation, so maybe some blue. Do a little blue mix, a little blue. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I don't want this shape. What shape do I want? I want something more blobby and amorphous. What do I want? Let's see. Maybe this. I don't want it to be too like the thing, if that makes sense. I think that might be too like the thing. And that happened. My paintbrush just went all the way into its thing. Okay, that's a thing that happened. Okay. Well, that's a no-go. That's fine. Let's do, ooh, like little, like a circle. I need like a little circle or something. Let's do this. I'm going to take this is the cap to one of my sprays. Oh, yep, I like that. So. See, we're just kind of doing a thing, seeing what happens. Making some marks, seeing how they go. Yeah, I do like that. I like that better than what the paintbrush had happening. Okay. Now, let's wipe that off a little bit. So, okay, I think that's good with that. And, I don't know. We might have to wait for this to dry a little bit and go from there. And see, find that focal point, and then we can kind of do some other stuff. It's kind of looking like a scene, isn't it? I don't know if I want to put some words on it or anything yet either. Oh, writing some words along these lines. Maybe I can find a little poem or something, or just write some things. That could be fun. We got lots of options. Let's see. Make sure this isn't stuck to this page. Okay, that's fine. Make sure this isn't stuck. That's fine. I think we'll let this dry. And call that good for now. And we'll come back in a bit and work on this video some more. So we're going to do time lapse. Woo! Okay, it's a bit later. Things are still drying, but I pulled out some things to work on to add for a focal point. So first I have this image. It's kind of hard to see because it's glossy, but it was from a magazine. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to have this scape that we have going on be a dream. And that's kind of my thought process for it. So I pulled a few napkins that I'm going to use to do some layering. I like this image, so we're going to pull that one. I'm liking this watery kind of look for her hair, but I might just use that part, use this blobbiness, and go from there. And then some shells, maybe the mermaid, these shells. So I'm going to show you what I do with napkin to get it apart. I know this is probably seeming a little chaotic and you're not quite sure what I'm doing, but just hang in there. It'll make more sense. So layers of napkin, you want to pull them apart. You can take a piece of tape and kind of stick it to the back, and then it'll give you some torn off, so you can take off some of those layers easier, because we just want the one layer of the tissue. Then we can use tissue paper like this, a napkin tissue, to add to things for junk journals, other layers of things. So I pulled that apart. Now I'm going to take my water brush, and this is just water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the water to make an area to tear this out, because tissue paper tears really easily when it's wet. So I'm just going to pull it apart very carefully where I have wet it, like this. Okay, we're almost there. So it'll just tear right away from the dry part. You can also cut it with the scissors if you like, but I want the torn edge. So there's that one. I'll set that aside. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Take a little piece of tape and get those layers. Sometimes I can just tear them apart if they're not stuck together really well, but I just find using a piece of tape, you just stick it to that back, and then it'll start tearing off. And some of these are 2-ply and some napkins are 3-ply, so just be aware of that. This is just a 2-ply. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing. I wanna take this blobby here, like that, and then tear that off. Okay, that one, and we're gonna take all of her, I think for now, like that. Set that aside. And just tearing that part and some of this on this side as well, just to get down to more of what we want to work with. Okay, set that aside, set this aside, and these ones here, I want the blues. Okay, same thing, pull that apart, pull that apart, here, and this one. Okay, and set that aside, and then our last one here. Same thing, pull this back off. And then just keep on going. Peel that right apart. Oop, tearing funny there. Okay. And this one has like some ghost print on it. I wonder if that would show up. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it does have some of the black lines. So that might be interesting to use for something. So what do we want? I want to get this shell. Let's see, the bigger parts. I definitely want this shell here. And I do want this one as well. Maybe this one. Okay, let's try that. Just in these guys, actually. That's drying, so I think I'll go for this one. Oh, nope, nope. Hang on. Redo, reset. Okay, we're gonna start here. Okay, let's start with that one. I didn't know if I said what these napkins are from. These were a set of decoupage mixed media napkins that I got at Michael's. They were on clearance. They're by Jane Davenport, who's a mixed media artist. She's really cool. She has a lot of neat stuff. This shell here. Perfect. And then let's get this off of here to start with. So that can go away for now. Now let's do this here, this shell on this side. Just trying to make sure I get the part of the shell that I really want. I would really like to have all the outline for it, so I might let that dry, or I can use my fingernail here to have it pull up on that side. There we go. That's good. There. This side. Okay, got that one. Now let's see, maybe the mermaid, I don't know. This side. So this mixed media book that I've been working on, like I was saying before, it's kind of like, I want it to feel like a journey or traveling, but also a little bit whimsical. So I'm thinking this page that I was working on with you guys today, I wanted it to feel like it was a dream, since it's at the beginning of the book. I think that kind of makes sense for kind of some of the stuff that's happening later on. I'm going to take this mermaid as well, I think. I'm going to do that because it might be easier to tear that part first. So I don't know if we'll use the mermaid yet, but since this is being a dream, it might work well. So I don't want to mess up her face in case I want to use that for something else. There we go. Come on. There. Okay. And then maybe we'll do this. I don't know if we'll use it. And then I can move my tape dispenser out of the way here. Let's do here. here. Okay. Very carefully. So we keep our mermaid. Like I said, you can trim with the scissors if you wanted to, but I want the edges to be torn because they'll kind of blend better. In theory, if everything works as planned. Set her over there. Maybe we'll use that. I don't know. Okay, and now with these couple of shells over here. So do that. Tear them out. Good. I think that's good for that. And then here, here. Perfect. So we have that little shell. I'm gonna have to move my wet wipes so they don't get onto these, because if this paper gets wet, it'll tear. There. And this one there. Maybe this one here. And then this little one. Okay, I think we've got enough to get going on what we want to do. Hope that makes sense. See if you have questions, let me know, leave a comment. So now we'll carry on. We need to make sure we have some of the right stuff to use. I have some gel medium. Use that maybe. I wish I had some regular plain old gel medium. It's basically, it's kind of works like Mod Podge, but it's kind of like a little bit higher up, step up in what you can use it for and how it works. That's not gonna work. This might work. Yeah, we'll pull that out. Okay, bring our book back in. So this is what I had that side sitting on. I had closed it up to dry a little bit and get it out of the way. So here we go. So I need a little bit of a space in this page here. Okay. Is that good? I think that's pretty good. Maybe a couple more pages in there to make a level surface. There we go. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna have this lovely lady look like she's sleeping. Let's scooch this up a little bit so you guys can see. Scooch, scooch. There we go. Make sure you're in frame. Okay, I know she's glossy right now, so it's kind of giving a shine. But when we're done, she won't be glossy anymore. So I'm thinking kind of like she's sleeping. And I don't know if I want her to go across all the way. Maybe just here. I think here. I think we just need to go with it. And then this is like her dream that she's having about a place. And the reason I was thinking that is I realized I made this very similar, this page, I'll show you, to one of the pages that I have further on in the book. If I can find it here really quick. So it looks very similar to this page, kind of. So can see how that could be like a dream if you're remembering a place. It also, I feel like, kind of reminds me of this. So that's what we kind of ended up making without realizing it. Move this mermaid. Okay. So got this all set. Got a water brush if we need to. Have a sip of coffee here quick. All right, let's keep on keeping on. So if we put this one here, then maybe we just start adding in some ethereal kind of like elements. Maybe her pillow is a shell. Maybe these shells are all her pillows. I'm gonna kind of do like a layout of things kind of quickly. This hair, I think we're going to use across the sky. Maybe we'll do it this way. I don't know. I think we just got to start laying them out and see what happens. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. But we kind of have some sort of an idea. I don't know. We'll go. We'll just make it happen. Just make it happen. Maybe we won't have her on there at all. I don't know. But I feel like it's a kind of like a dream kind of a thing. So we're going to go with it. So maybe we should just make that happen. Just do that. Let's do it. Commit. Commit, commit, commit. I have a very dirty paintbrush. How about a very clean paintbrush? Okay. So I'm just going to use some of this matte medium. Well, it's a regular gel semi-gloss. It's what I got. Sometimes you just got to go with it. So we're going to put this on here. And then I think I am going to do the thing with the pillow, the shell thing. And when you're working with napkin, it is a little fragile and it might tear. I feel like I need a little water in this. I don't know if it's okay to put water in this or not, but we have. It's in here now. Okay, because I want to get this on here very carefully. And then over top. Yep. Just gently getting this on. Very nice. Okay, see how it kind of is transparent? That's the nice thing about working with napkin. You can end up seeing what's behind it. All right, so that's gonna go there. Let's get the little pink one on. Let's go up here with that. So I'm just laying some down on the background, not a really thick coating. I'm gonna tear off a little bit of the white. Not so much white. Put that in there. See how the edges kind of just blend right in? There we go. Pretty. Okay. I think I did need a little. I think this was starting to get a little dried out. No, didn't fill my water bottle, of course. So I'm going to give this another little squirt of water from my water brush. And we're going to keep going. All right, where's some more? So let's take a look here. That's kind of perfect. Maybe another little one down there. Here's one. So mixing this up a little bit where I put the water in here. I really don't know if it's okay to put water in with your gel medium. Sometimes we just do a thing. Sometimes it just do be like that. Okay. That's a lot on my brush. Come on off. Really jammed on in there. Probably people are shaking their head right now, but it is what it is. Go there. If you're very gentle, work from the inside out, you can get them to lay down very nicely. So I like working with napkin. Tissue paper will do the same thing. All right, so then let's see. Yep, we're gonna get her on here. You know what, I need to tear her down or make her a little smaller first, otherwise we might have issues. I'm just gonna tear off that bit and we can cut it later. All right, I just measuring how far I need to be and where I need to get this on here. It's okay if you go outside of your area when you're gluing like this. It's not going to hurt anything. You're just building up a little bit more texture then. All right, got that on there. Hopefully she's not going to wrinkle. Sometimes magazine will do that. Okay. And we're going to get her on. There were some wrinkles in the background too, so that is something we're going to have to deal with. This edge a little more. Right to that edge. Get it on there. And if she wrinkles a little, it is what it is, right? We'll work with it. We can get some of them squished out. Since this is my own personal mixed media kind of journal, I don't really worry too much about some of that stuff because it is for me and my enjoyment. I'm going to cut some of this off here. There, just so we don't have a bunch of issues to deal with. Okay, so she's on there. I think I covered her well on the outside, so she should be well sealed down. And I'm pushing pretty hard because I'm trying to make sure there's no air bubbles underneath and getting out some of those wrinkles. And then I'm gonna go from, oh, let's see, let's get some under her shoulder. Okay, so we'll let that part dry a little bit. Let's move on to a different area because I think we'll do some shading, maybe a little bit, do some other layers. And let's put this right about here, I think. Or make it look like it's kind of coming out of her head some. This, oh yeah, like that. Let's do it. Okay. So we're gonna cover a big area, so I'm gonna try and do this really fast because this seems like it wants to dry very quickly today. My gel medium. Okay, and I want that to kind of be coming out of her head a little, layered on top. Okay, right there. Here we go. We committed now. Right to the edge. Seems like it's not as transparent as my other one was. Maybe it just needs to get a little more wet and saturated. Let's find out. Make sure we got enough underneath here. Oh my goodness. Do. Just make it work. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Got wrinkles, it's totally fine with this as well. Oop, and I tore it some. That's okay too. It's fine. I feel like it's just not as wet as it's not making it as transparent on this part as it did on the other. Interesting. Interesting. And I'm going to tear away some of this. Okay. That just is not sticking. Not sticking over here. Oh, for Pete. All right. Get in there. Okay, don't get in there. Just, it do be like that. It's fine. Let's see, up here a little. I think it was a little bit better when there was more water in this one. It was a little wetter. So I'm going to mix a little bit more water in here. I have had this gel medium for a while, so it doesn't surprise me that it's getting a little dried out. I hadn't been doing as mixed media as I used to because I've been working so much on making journals. So I kind of been focused on that so much and haven't really gotten to do as much of my mixed media as I would like. Let's see if we can get this to stick. Oh, see, her hair came up a little bit here too. Come on, friend. Let's wiggle that in there. Okay. See if we can't get this to kind of blend in a little bit better. So we can see the background come through. That's kind of what I was hoping would happen with the napkin and stuff. And it did really well with these, but for some reason that one was just not. Oh well, carrying on. Let's put this up here. Let's get this really wet. That more wet mixture that we got, and see if it won't blend better. There's like a weird chunk. Move you. Okay, that's gonna go right up here. See, that one kind of was better about blending. So good. Like it. Okay, cool. So that's like that. Now, I like how we have what we have going on. Feeling a little dreamlike. Let's put this on over here. I'm going to tear this edge that was looking like it was all straight. Don't want that. Let's see. Here maybe. Yeah. Right across there. Same thing, smoothing that down from the inside, bringing it out. Okay. A couple other little shells. What else? Kind of some blobby bubbles. Maybe. Yeah, let's put one here. Little bubble here. I like that. Another one maybe right over here. See, that's how I want them to be. Just laying down nice like that. Okay. And a third, yes. Loving it. Oh, I really gooped up my paintbrush. It's all right. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Now, do we add the mermaid? Do we have her like this? Like she's coming out? Oh, I kind of like it. Kind of like it. What do you guys think? Wish I could have in real time sometimes somebody's thoughts. Sometimes it's about it. I'm really good at having somebody to bounce ideas off of sometime. Maybe right about there. What do you think? I like it. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's just do it. Let's see, right about there, I think. We'll do it up to the crease and then we'll do the other side. So I wasn't quite sure where I had her. Let's see, it was like about here, I think. Yeah. I want to make sure it is wet enough underneath because I want her to really blend in. Not sure exactly where that tail goes, so we'll see. I think I got it. Her pretty fishy tail. Nice. Okay. It's like a funny edge. Pull it. Oh, don't tear the tail! Not the tail! I hope you guys are enjoying my odd commentary. So believe it or not, I even talk to myself quite a bit when I'm not recording. It is weird just kind of talking to nothing, trying to have that stream of consciousness as you go, as you're doing things. Try to make sure that gets in there good. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, I'm really loving that. It's so pretty. Let's throw a couple more shells on here and there. Oh, not that one. How about this pinky one? See, that one did that weird not blending as much either. Ah, well, what are you gonna do? Let's see, one down here maybe. Okay, that's good. And I've got another little starfish. I'm just tearing off some of the square edges. There we go. Let's put that one up here. I had a little tiny. Here's a little tiny. Okay. And one more. I think we'll put it right over here. Where will we put it? Where should we put it? Where should we put it? Here-ish, maybe? Up here. Round it into her shoulder, maybe. Let's do it kind of here-ish, I think. Kind of blending her into things. And I think that's it. Should we put on this? I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think I'm going to put words on it. I think I'm just going to let it talk for itself. So we're going to let this dry and then come back in with some pens, maybe some, well, I could start doing some of it now. Let me see. That should be pretty. Just want to make sure the gel medium is dry so I can start framing out the page, because I like to do that with my stuff. Okay, I'll put the brush in the water. So I think we've got everything glued down. I'm really happy with how this is looking. Tell me, leave a message, leave me a comment, guys. Let me know. What do you think? How is it looking? Do you love it? Is it weird? Do you hate it? I understand that art is subjective. I just want to look on the screen to see if you guys can see how it's coming. Looks different sometimes on camera than in real life. I'm digging it though. I'm really happy with how this is going. Okay, so let's grab, I'm gonna get my Aquarella pencil, if I can find it here. And I think it's in my little tool wrap that I take with me sometimes. There it is, I think. Yes, there it is. And I think just the black. And let's grab this pencil too, just in case. What else we got in here? It's a blade. That should be down. Whew. All right. Well, there's my other water brushes. That's nice to know. That the little roll that I have here, it's just, I have this for some of my pens and stuff that I'll take with me. So I have some like ink and things that I have in those kind of water brushes. some of my inks so I can play around with stuff. Okay, so this is a Rembrandt Aquarelle. So it's a water, kind of a water soluble thing. And this is what I like to do. So I like to frame out my pages some. So this is what I'm going to show you guys. Is I take the pencil and I'll either do it pencil dry like that, and then take a mostly dry, I'm going to get a paper towel here, mostly dry water brush, or I'll make sure it's just a little damp, and then blend it and let it kind of do its thing. So we're going to frame, basically we're going to frame the page. We're going to make a frame just using that. Or you can wet it first and then run the pencil, but I like to run the pencil first and then blend it. And you can use just, you wet your finger, which I do a lot sometimes if I'm doing little things. Or I do it dry first. And then I'll run the water brush or a Q-tip dipped in a little bit of water. That works too. So a little more over here. I think I need to wait for that gel medium to dry a little bit more on that side. See. Okay, let's do the top edge. So I'm just going along the edge of the page right now. You don't have to do this. I just, oop, that was not dry enough right there. That's okay. I like doing this with my pages. I don't always use black. Sometimes I'll use some other colors. You can use ink or paint. I will also use those types of things too. I just think it kind of gives it more of a finished edge and finishes a piece a little bit, if that makes sense. There we go. I'm liking it. All right. I think what we need to do is something, this edge is a little straight, so I don't want to mess with it too much, but I'm going to tear it. So I'm tearing it against the other page, which has been strengthened, the back page here, because it's got layered, it's several of the pages actually glued together. And then, of course, we put the map on there too. Just getting some off the bottom here. Okay, that looks better. Now, see if this will take. It may or may not, because it's a little bit damp yet. But we'll see. See what we see. And I feel like we're getting really close to being done with this page, which is good. This video is probably a little bit long. I might fast forward it through some stuff. See how that looks. Let that dry a little titch. And I want to make her blend in a little more. So I'm gonna kind of run this along some of these lines where her hair is, where her body, I'm going right over the top, the paper towel right here. the napkin, sorry. Can't really see her face much anymore. I don't know what we can do about that. But I might take a peek at it here in a minute and see as she dries, and maybe I can do some highlights on the face. I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe that. Trying to remember exactly what the picture looked like. Here's her jaw. So I'm just kind of, there's her eye. To change the angle for a second here. See what we got going on. Let's see. Let's move this. I don't think we need that at the moment anyway. Trying to see what we got going on for her face. Maybe sometimes when you turn, look at stuff in a different angle. I think just enhancing, I think her nose is right here. And there's her mouth. Okay, I think that's probably about good. I think I did not hit her chin. I think her chin is more here. Okay, that's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. Okay, so I think that's what we got. It's her like shirt thing. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to give the impression of what we want, which is of someone sleeping and having a dream. I think her nose kind of goes there. I don't know if you guys can see that very good. To keep changing the angle because the light is like hitting it funny. So I hope you guys can see what we have happening. Okay, I think it's good. I think it's done. I'm going to call it done. Framed it out. Added some of that with the pencil. Probably shouldn't have used the aquarelle. Let me see. I just have one of a graphite pencil here now. I'm just going back in to highlight some of those areas that I put lines on. Okay, I think it's good. I really do. And I need to stop fussing at it. Gonna need to stop fussing or I'm gonna mess it up. Cause I'm not quite sure what else we could add, should add. I wish these had been, and maybe when they dry, they'll blend in more. This one went the best. These went really well too. So, okay, I'm gonna call it. I need to stop. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little mixed media journey today. Giving you some close-ups of everything. And there you go. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And come on another journey with me. This has been fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. Leave me a message in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what else you want to see me do. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.